Afternoon. So we are back for some more yoga. Once again, I've started with this on mute. I don't know if it means it's mute. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. Today we're going to be looking at releasing tension from the hips. We do this with a series of hip opening exercises. They can feel quite strong, but as always, there are ways to make sure you're not in pain when you do it. And if you were in pain at all through any of these exercises, then I would say not to do them and give you something as an alternative. I think my dog might be trying to join in. So we're going to sit quietly, as always, just sitting up, hands in Yoga Mudra, with the right fingers interlaced over the left. And giving yourself a moment to connect the mind with the breath. Bringing the awareness to the breath, the body, and the mind. Om Tat Parampariyaya Vidmahe Jnanalingeshwaraya Dhimahi Tanno Guru Prachodayate Om Yoga Maharishi Dr. Swami Geetandagiri Guru Maharaj K. Che. So what you need to be able to do for this is to lay back. Make sure you've got room on at least one side of you, because you can always rotate, do the other side. Might be a bit difficult for the double legs, but if that's not possible, then you just do what you can do. So lay back, get comfortable, and just give the head a little rock from side to side. Apologies, having cat dog issues. So just lying back. Just have a little stretch out first. So just wiggle those feet down away from you, walking them away. And then walk the shoulders up the other way. Seeing if they will stretch up a little and gently rock the head, easing it out of that cramped space. Bringing it back to center. Breathe in, take the arms up, and breathe out as you take them back, and just stretch through the fingers and the toes, pushing, pulling away, and then relax. Bring the arms back alongside the body and have the legs close together. If you need to have the legs bent, then do keep them bent, otherwise just keeping them together on the floor. We start with the right leg as always, the right side first. So for this practice, we're going to be lifting the leg on the in-breath. When we breathe out, we're taking that leg out to the side and we're going to bring it round in this arc, bringing the foot back to the left foot. If that's too strong, then you can lift and lower the leg instead. Okay? So right leg first, head in center, looking up. Breathing in, bend the leg if you need to, as we take the right leg up. And then as you breathe out, taking it down to the right and arcing back so the feet come together. And again, breathing in as we take the right leg up and breathe out, taking it down to the right and arcing back. And again, breathe in, lift, breathing out. And just let the right leg rest. If you need to switch sides, then now's the time to do that. You need to room on your left side. We're going to breathe in as we take the left leg up and breathing out as we take it to the side, arcing back to the foot. So breathing in, left leg up, breathing out to the left, circling back down to the right foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Just let the legs rest. That's a single leg variation. We're going to do the opposite way now. So this time as we breathe in, we're going to take the leg out to the side and up. And on the out breath, we just lower the leg back down to the floor. As always though, if it's not possible today, you can just lift and lower the leg up and down. So breathing in, arcing the right leg out to the side and up, and breathe out as you lower the leg down. And again, breathing in, breathing out, breathe in, breathe out. Let the right leg relax, left side. Breathe in, take the left leg out to the side, arcing it up, and breathe out as we lower the leg back down. Again, breathing in, left leg out to the side, and breathe out as you lower. Once more, breathing in, breathing out. Just rest for a moment. So you'll have an idea from that how your hips are feeling. You're going to move on to the double leg lift. So we take the legs up, both of them together, and when we breathe out, we're going to take the legs wide and bring them back down in that arcing motion so the feet come together on the floor. This can be really clunky on the hips. So clunking is very normal. Most people have it when they first start. It shouldn't really be painful. So if you feel pain when we do it, please stop and just either come back to a single leg. So you do one each side rather than three, or you can just lift both legs up and lower them both back down. So you can bend the knees, lifting them and breathing out as you lower. I'll be doing it 3 times. If you want to watch the first one, you can, or you can listen to the instructions and join in. Remember, bend the legs if you need to. Both legs. Breathing in as we lift. Now, as you breathe out, taking the legs wider and gradually bringing them back down in that arcing motion to the floor, feet together. And again, breathing in as you lift, breathing out. Our legs apart. I've got some clunking happening. Feet together. Once more, breathing in, breathing out. And let the legs rest. Now we need to balance that, doing it the other way. But this time we're going to take both legs out wide and up. And when we breathe out, we're going to lower them down to the floor. Bending the legs if you need to. Be kind to your hips. You can work them. You can help release that tension, that emotional stress. But be nice Okay, don't add more to it. Okay, both legs. So breathe in, taking the legs wide and bringing them together at the top. And then breathe out as you lower the legs down to the floor. Again, breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in, breathe out. And relax. They're quite strong on the core if you're not used to doing these exercises. You know, the abdomen is getting a bit of work out there as well, which can only be good for us, but everything has to be practiced in moderation. So there's four different variations of some hip openers. So we'll just do a couple more. This time we're going to be holding the position. So it's going to be more of an asana, but if it's too strong, then come out before I advise, okay? So we want the legs down on the floor together, the arms out wide. We're going to be lifting the right leg on an in-breath, but on the out-breath, we're taking it over towards the left side. Don't worry if it doesn't come to the hand, and just let it dangle in the air if it needs to. You want to try to avoid rolling onto the left side too much. There will be a slight turn, but you don't want to be left flanked. The right leg, breathing in as you take the right leg up, and then breathe out, taking that right leg over to the side. You can turn the head to the right if you want to add that twist. You don't have to force it. Trying to keep those shoulders down. And the leg might be higher up, the foot might be in the air, and that's okay. So carefully we come out, so we're going to breathe in. The head comes back to center, we bring the leg all the way back up, and we breathe out as you lower the leg down. Rest, and we'll do the other side. Left leg, breathing in as we take the left leg up, and then breathing out, taking that leg to the right. So again, it doesn't have to reach the hand. You can try and encourage it, but don't force. And you can turn the head to look to the left. Keeping the top of the back down, the shoulders down. And then coming out carefully. So breathe in, lifting the leg back up, head to center, and breathing out as you lower the left leg down. Rest, let the legs, the hips rest. So the final one. So we just did a closing version of that practice. We're going to take the leg the other way. You can start with that one instead. I just chose to end with it. I wanted to think sometimes people find it easier to take the leg across the body rather than out. But, it depends on how our pelvis is directed, it moves, and how our hips are. So again, just looking up, rock the head, just make sure there's no tension, central, right leg, breathing in as we take the right leg up. Now this time you're going to breathe out and take the right leg out to the right side. Now it might come down, you might even be able to get to the hand, but I'm not there today. And you can let it rest to the floor if it comes, but you don't need to force it. And again, you don't really want to be rolling onto the side. So just let that leg open wherever it will come today. great way of teaching you where you're at and trying to do it without judging. And then we're going to lift the leg as we breathe in and breathe out as you lower. Left side, I'm just shuffling over to give me a bit more room. So breathe in, take the left leg up and breathe out as you bring the left leg over to the left. Strategically, I'm a bit too close to the wall, so my foot is resting on the wall. I'm just holding that. And then we're going to breathe in as we lift the leg back up. And breathe out as you lower. Let go of any tension. Draw the knees up to the chest. Just give them a gentle squeeze, have a little rock. Ease out any tension in the lower back. Then we're going to just take the knees a little wider, so out to the side a little. I don't know any other names for this other than what people call the happy baby. So if you're able to, you can reach in and take hold of the balls of your feet, or maybe your toes, or perhaps your ankles if you can't reach the feet. And you're just going to draw the heels, the feet upwards, as if you're encouraging the knees down towards the towards the armpits a little bit more. You can rock a little here, side to side. It's just another way of working with the hips and the muscles in the insides of those legs, the higher muscles. And bring the feet back together, hug the knees again. Take the feet to the floor, keep the feet together and just let the knees drop open. Very carefully though, the feet staying together. You can have the hands, the hips, or just gently massaging the thighs, or even just lay still. Let the tension go. And carefully, you can use your hands, lift the legs back up as you breathe in. We're going to roll ourselves up if possible. If not, then just carefully push yourself up. So draw the knees back up, breathing in and breathe out, roll up. Breathe, try to get the breath going with it. So just having a little roll backwards and forwards. And then finally, rock yourself all the way back up. Ending with a little bit of movement, waking up the body, the mind. And I shall leave you here today. Thank you for joining. So hip openers, they do help to release any emotional stress that you might be holding on to. So just be aware of that. If you're feeling anything or feeling different later or tomorrow, just be mindful of the practices you've just done. They're a release, they let go. Slowing the breath back down. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu
Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti 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 Om. Thank you. Stay wonderful and keep having a great week. Bye.